and Gaza through there, through that gate. But this is a holding inspection compound. So all of the aid that's coming in to Gaza comes through here. It's taken off these Israeli trucks. It's inspected, put onto Gazan trucks and sent through there. This is mainly flour, tons and tons of flour, bread flour from the World Food Programme. They say they need at least 100 trucks a day, if not more, to get through the border to address the needs of the people in there. But the problem in the last couple of days has been this aid getting through to Gaza and then being stuck on the other side, mainly apparently because of security reasons. The UN say there's been disagreement between them and the Israeli army over safe passage without the aid being looted or robbed on the other side. That issue now appears to have been sorted out. The aid is getting through from here and it is getting to bakeries in Gaza. But the key thing is, how long will this operation last for? The UN, the World Food Programme, say they need weeks of aid delivery if the famine, if the hunger in Gaza is to be properly addressed. At the minute, they've been given a window of 5 days.
More than 90 lorry loads of humanitarian aid have been collected by UN teams inside the Gaza Strip 3 days after Israel eased an 11-week-long blockade. The aid, which included flour, baby food, and medical equipment, was picked up from the Kerem Shalom crossing on Wednesday night and taken to warehouses for distribution. Several bakeries began producing bread with the flour on Thursday. The UN said the delays were due to a lack of security along the single access route approved by Israel's military. Israeli authorities said they allowed an additional 100 lorry loads through Kerem Shalom on Wednesday. However, the UN said it was nowhere near enough to meet the vast needs in Gaza. About 500 lorries entered the territory on average every day before the war, the UN has said. Humanitarian organizations have warned of acute levels of hunger among the 2.1 million population amid significant shortages of basic foods and skyrocketing prices. Palestinian Authority Health Minister Majed Abu Ramadan, who is based in the occupied West Bank, told reporters on Thursday that 29 children and elderly people had died from starvation-related causes in the last couple of days, according to Reuters news agency. 500,000 people face starvation in the coming months, an assessment by the UN-backed Integrated Food Security Phase Classification, IPC, has said. A UN World Food Programme, WFP official said the UN and its partners had over 140,000 tons of food, about 6,000 lorry loads and enough to feed the entire population for 2 months, in position at aid corridors and ready to be brought into Gaza at scale. Israel stopped all deliveries of aid and commercial supplies to Gaza on 2 March and resumed its military offensive 2 weeks later, ending a 2-month ceasefire with Hamas. It said the steps were meant to put pressure on the armed group to release the 58 hostages still held in Gaza, up to 23 of whom are believed to be alive. Israel has insisted that there has been no shortage of aid and has accused Hamas of stealing supplies to give to its fighters or sell to raise money, an allegation the group denied. The UN also denied that aid had been diverted. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu repeated the claim on Thursday, saying in a statement, "I say to President Macron, Prime Minister Carney, and Prime Minister Starmer, when mass murderers, rapists, baby killers, and kidnappers thank you, you're on the wrong side of justice." Netanyahu said the leaders of France, Canada, and the UK had bought into Hamas's propaganda that says Israel is starving Palestinian children. He reiterated that Israel and the US would set up their own aid delivery to be done through American companies in Gaza, bypassing the UN and other aid suppliers. Netanyahu had previously said he was allowing in a limited amount of food so that the Israeli military could continue its newly expanded ground offensive and take full control of the Palestinian territory. He said on Thursday that construction of the first distribution zones in the scheme would be completed in the coming days. The UN and other agencies have said they will not cooperate with US-Israeli plan, saying it contradicts fundamental humanitarian principles and appears to weaponize aid. Like and subscribe for more. Thanks.